If you found this video, it was not by chance. Something far greater than coincidence has drawn you here at this exact moment. And if you feel a stirring in your spirit right now, a quiet pull that you cannot explain, do not leave. This message was not created for thousands. It was prepared for one soul who has been searching without knowing what they were looking for, and that soul is you. I know you have been feeling it, that restless sense that something is about to shift, that your life is on the edge of a transformation you cannot yet see but can somehow feel approaching. You are not imagining this. You are not making it up. This is real, and it is happening now. You are here because you are chosen, not in the way the world uses that word, but in a way that runs deeper than recognition or reward. You have been set apart for a purpose that is unfolding quietly beneath the surface of your everyday life. And this moment is part of that unfolding. What I am about to share with you is not something you will hear anywhere else because it was meant specifically for you. It will not make sense to everyone, but it will make sense to you. And that is all that matters. Before we go further, I want you to take a small step of faith right now. Press the like button, not as a casual gesture, but as an act of agreement with what is already stirring inside you. Let that simple action become your first yes to what is about to unfold in your life. Your willingness to respond, even in the smallest way, opens the door for greater things to enter. You have been walking a path that others do not fully understand. There have been moments when you tried to explain what you were feeling, what you were sensing, and the words fell flat because what you carry inside cannot be translated into ordinary language. This has made you feel isolated at times, misunderstood, even questioned by people who are close to you. But that isolation was never a punishment. It was protection. It was preparation. You were being separated from what would distract you, from what would pull you away from the deeper calling that has been placed within you. I have been with you in every season, even when you could not sense my presence. When you felt abandoned, I was guiding you. When you felt confused, I was clearing the path ahead. When you felt weak, I was building strength within you that you have not yet fully recognized. Every struggle you have faced, every disappointment that felt unbearable, every moment when you questioned whether you had the strength to continue, all of it was shaping you for what you are stepping into now. You are not the same person you were even a few months ago. Something has shifted inside you, and even if you cannot name it yet, you can feel it. You are beginning to see things differently. Situations that once controlled you no longer have the same power. People who once influenced your decisions no longer hold the same weight. You are becoming more discerning, more aware, and more aligned with what is true rather than what is simply familiar. Type 1111 if you feel this shift happening within you. There is a reason this is unfolding now, and it is not random. You have reached a point in your journey where you are ready to receive what has been prepared for you. And that readiness was not something you could have forced or rushed. It came through the process of walking through uncertainty without giving up, of continuing forward even when you could not see where the path was leading. That perseverance has brought you here, and it has made you ready for what is next. What is coming into your life is not something you need to chase or earn. It is something that will meet you as you remain open and aware. Opportunities are aligning, doors are opening, and connections are forming that will become clear in their proper time. Your role is not to force them or control how they appear. Your role is to stay present, to trust the process, and to recognize what is being placed before you. There are people who will come into your life soon who carry something you need, not because they are better than others, but because they hold a piece of the puzzle that fits with what you are building. These connections will feel natural, almost effortless, because they are part of the alignment that is already in motion. Pay attention to who shows up, to what feels different, and to what brings a sense of peace rather than pressure. You are also being asked to release something that has been weighing you down for too long, and that is the fear of not being enough. This fear has followed you quietly, whispering doubts that have kept you from fully stepping into what you are capable of. But that voice is not truth, and it does not belong to you. You are more than enough for what you are being called into, and everything you need is already within you. If this message is resonating deeply with you, I invite you to do something that carries meaning beyond what you may realize. There is a link in the comments where you can offer support for this work, and I want you to understand that this is not just about giving. It is about aligning yourself with the flow of blessing. When you give from a place of faith, even in the smallest measure, you open a channel for that same energy to return to you in ways you cannot predict or control. What you release with intention will come back to you multiplied, not because of the act itself, but because of the posture of your heart when you give. Let that act be a declaration of your trust, a quiet statement that you believe in what is unfolding and that you are willing to participate in the abundance that is already moving toward you. I know there have been times when you wanted to give up, when the silence felt too loud and the waiting felt too long. You questioned whether anything you hoped for would ever take shape, whether your efforts were leading anywhere at all. Yet even in those moments, you did not completely walk away, and that small thread of faith you held onto has brought you here. I have honored that faith even when it was fragile, and I am strengthening it now so that you can move forward with confidence. Type 777 if you trust what is being spoken to you right now. You are stepping into a season where your actions will carry more weight, where your choices will create visible results, and where your presence will begin to make a difference in ways you have not experienced before. This is not something to fear. This is something to embrace. Everything you have experienced has been leading you to this point, and everything you are about to experience will build from here. This is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a chapter that holds more purpose, more alignment, and more fulfillment than what you have known before. There will be moments ahead that require you to move without seeing the full picture. Moments where you must choose courage over comfort, trust over certainty. These moments are not designed to make you stumble. They are opportunities to prove to yourself what you are truly capable of. Each time you choose faith over fear, you strengthen the foundation you are building, and you create momentum that carries you forward, even when the path is not perfectly clear. This is why it is so important to stay grounded in what you know to be true, rather than being swayed by what appears to be true in the moment. Circumstances will shift. Emotions will rise and fall. External noise will try to pull your attention in 100 different directions. But there is a quiet knowing within you that does not change, and that knowing is what you must anchor yourself to as you continue forward. You are also learning to recognize what deserves your energy and what does not. You are becoming more protective of your peace, more intentional about where you invest your time, and more discerning about who you allow into your inner space. This is not coldness. This is wisdom. When you honor your own well-being, you create room for clarity, strength, and purpose to grow within you. And that growth is what allows you to move forward without being pulled off course. The shift that is happening within you is preparing you for opportunities that require a version of you that did not exist before. You are being refined, not broken. You are being strengthened, not weakened. Everything that felt difficult was actually building the resilience and clarity you need for what is ahead, and you are now standing at the threshold of something that will make all of it make sense. Pay attention to what feels different in your spirit. There is a lightness that was not there before, a sense of readiness that you cannot fully explain but can undeniably feel. This is not wishful thinking. This is recognition. Your spirit knows what your mind is still catching up to, and that knowing is what will guide you into the next phase of your journey. You are being called to trust yourself in a new way, to believe that what you sense is real, even when it has not fully materialized yet, to move forward with the understanding that you are being guided, that you are being supported, and that you are being led into something that has been prepared specifically for you. This is not arrogance. This is faith. And that faith is what will carry you through the moments when everything around you appears uncertain. There are layers to what you are experiencing right now that will only become clear as you continue to walk forward. You are not meant to understand everything all at once. You are meant to trust the unfolding, to remain open to what is being revealed, and to stay committed to the path even when the destination is not yet visible. This is how transformation happens. Not all at once, but gradually, layer by layer, as you are ready to receive it. You are entering a season of acceleration. Things that once moved slowly will begin to shift more quickly. Doors that remained closed will begin to open. Connections that seemed out of reach will suddenly appear within your grasp. This is not luck. This is alignment. This is the result of everything you have been walking through. And it is beginning to take shape in ways that will confirm what you have been sensing all along. Do not be surprised when opportunities present themselves in unexpected ways. Do not question whether you are ready when something significant shows up in your path. You have been prepared for this, and the fact that it is appearing now is proof that you are ready to receive it. Trust the timing, trust the process. Trust that what is meant for you will find you at the exact right moment. Let your giving be an act of worship, a statement of trust, and a participation in the abundance that is already flowing toward you. What you sow with a pure heart will be multiplied back to you, not because you earned it, but because that is the nature of divine reciprocity. You are moving into a season where comparison will no longer serve you. Your journey is unique, and it is not meant to look like anyone else's. The path you are walking is unfolding exactly as it should, and it is leading you towards something that is meant specifically for you. When you release the need to measure your progress against others, you will find a deeper sense of peace and clarity that allows you to move forward without hesitation. Every person you see who appears to be ahead of you is walking their own timeline, facing their own challenges, and learning their own lessons. Their journey has nothing to do with yours, and your journey has nothing to do with theirs. What is meant for you will find you at the exact right moment, not a second too early, and not a second too late. This is the truth of divine timing, and when you truly understand it, you will stop rushing, stop forcing, and stop doubting whether you are on the right path. You are exactly where you need to be right now, not where you wish you were, not where you think you should be, but where you need to be for the next step to reveal itself. Every delay you have experienced was protecting you from something you were not ready for. Every door that closed was redirecting you toward something better. Every moment of waiting was preparing you for something that required a stronger, wiser, more grounded version of you. That version of you is emerging now. You can feel it in the way you respond to situations that once would have broken you. You can see it in the choices you are making that reflect a deeper level of self-awareness. You can sense it in the quiet confidence that is beginning to replace the anxiety that once dominated your thoughts. This is not happening by accident. This is the result of every hard season you have walked through, every lesson you have learned, and every moment you chose to keep going even when you wanted to quit. Type 999 if you recognize this growth within yourself. There is an opportunity approaching that will require you to trust yourself in a new way. It will ask you to step beyond what feels familiar and into something that carries greater potential. This step may feel uncomfortable at first, but it is necessary for your growth. You are not being asked to leap without support. You are being guided into a space where your abilities and your faith come together to create something meaningful. As you prepare for this opportunity, you may notice resistance, not from outside forces, but from within. Old voices of doubt may try to speak louder. Fear may attempt to masquerade as wisdom, telling you to stay safe, stay small, stay where you are. You may feel pulled back toward old patterns, even as you are being called forward into new territory. This resistance is normal, and it does not mean you are doing something wrong. It means you are doing something significant. Whenever you are about to level up, there will be a period of testing. This testing is not meant to defeat you. It is meant to strengthen your resolve and confirm that you are truly ready for what is next. The fact that you are experiencing resistance is actually proof that you are moving in the right direction. If what you were doing did not matter, there would be no opposition. The resistance you feel is evidence of the importance of where you are going. You have divine protection around you, even when you cannot see it or feel it. There are forces at work on your behalf that you are not aware of, clearing paths, opening doors, and removing obstacles before you even encounter them. You are not fighting this battle alone, and you are not navigating this journey without support. Trust that you are covered, that you are guided, and that you are being led by something far greater than your own understanding. Like this video, if you recognize the resistance and choose to move forward anyway, let that simple act be your declaration that fear will not stop you, doubt will not control you, and you are committed to stepping into what has been prepared for you. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Let it reach another soul who has been searching without knowing what they were looking for. Your willingness to spread this truth becomes part of the blessing that returns to you. Every share, every comment, every act of engagement strengthens the thread that connects you to what is unfolding in your life. You have already proven that you have what it takes to continue. You have walked through seasons that tested you in ways no one else could see, and you are still here. That alone is evidence of the strength that has been building within you, and that strength is what will carry you into the next phase of your journey. Type 888 if you believe you are chosen and ready to step into what is next. There is something new taking shape in your life, and it is being built on the foundation of everything you have already walked through. The struggles you endured were not meaningless. They were preparing you, refining you, and positioning you for a level of clarity and purpose that you are about to experience. You are not the same person you were before those challenges, and that is not something to regret. You have grown in ways that cannot be seen on the surface, and that growth is what makes you ready for what is coming. What once felt like delay was actually preparation. What once felt like confusion is now turning into understanding. There are patterns in your life that are breaking right now, even if you do not fully see them yet. Cycles that kept repeating. Situations that felt stuck, and emotions that weighed you down are beginning to shift. This is not random. It is intentional. And it is part of the alignment I have been creating for you. You are stepping out of what limited you and into something that expands you. Something that will allow you to move forward with greater freedom and direction. This transition will not always feel dramatic. Some of the most profound shifts happen quietly, almost unnoticed at first, until one day you look back and realize how far you have come. Keep your heart open and keep your spirit engaged. Leave a comment, press the like button, and let your small acts of participation remind you that you are not a spectator in this process. You are a co-creator, and your willingness to engage is what activates the blessings that are already waiting for you. Everything you need is already within you, and everything you are meant to receive is already on its way. Trust the timing, trust the process. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that you are moving toward something far greater than what you can see in this moment. You are chosen, you are guided, and you are deeply loved. Stay present, stay aware, and continue forward with faith, because the best is yet to come.